The vice presidential debate between Republican J.D. Vance and Democrat Tim Walz was surprisingly civil. This contrasted with the previous presidential debates. Those debates were characterized by interruptions and personal attacks. This debate was different. Both candidates engaged in substantive arguments. They critiqued their opponents' running mates more than each other. The debate was held in New York. It was moderated by CBS News. The debate covered a wide range of topics. These included inflation, immigration, healthcare, and the economy. Vance is known for his conservative populist views. However, he presented a more moderate and approachable demeanor. Walz emphasized his experience as governor. He highlighted his progressive policies. The debate saw moments of agreement. This was particularly true on criminal justice reform. However, there were also sharp clashes. These were on issues like abortion and the January 6th Capitol riot. Overall, the debate was informative. It provided voters with a clear understanding of the candidates' positions. These are critical issues facing the country. J.D. Vance is a polished speaker. He seemed to benefit from the debate's restrained format. He effectively presented himself as a representative of Trump's conservative populism. However, he adopted a more humble and relatable persona. Vance highlighted his middle-class background. He also talked about his military service. This was to connect with voters on a personal level. He also demonstrated a command of policy. He confidently discussed issues like inflation and immigration. Tim Walz had a rockier start. He appeared nervous. He stumbled early on. He even confused Iran and Israel at one point. However, Walz found his footing as the debate progressed. This was particularly true when discussing topics like abortion and the Capitol riot. He forcefully challenged Vance's positions. He emphasized his record as governor. He highlighted his achievements in areas like education and healthcare. Despite the initial unevenness, Walz regained his composure. He effectively articulated his vision for the country. Nevertheless, Vance's performance resonated with viewers. He came across as strong and articulate. He advocated for conservative values. The Vance-Walz face-off included claims requiring further scrutiny. This is true of any political debate. Fact-checkers were quick to point out inaccuracies. They also highlighted misleading statements. This was true for both sides. Vance falsely claimed Kamala Harris was the border czar. He misrepresented her role in immigration policy. He also made misleading assertions about the Biden administration. This was about their handling of Iranian assets. He also misrepresented the impact of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act on the middle class. Walz generally stuck to the facts. However, he exaggerated job creation numbers. These were attributed to the Inflation Reduction Act. This included promised but not yet realized positions. His claims about Vance's stance on a national abortion ban also lacked crucial context. The debate highlighted the importance of fact-checking. This is important in an era of rampant misinformation. Voters need to critically evaluate the claims made by politicians. Ultimately, voters must discern the truth. They must see through political spin. Voters need to make informed decisions. These decisions must be based on accurate information. The role of independent fact-checking organizations is crucial. They provide unbiased analysis. They hold candidates accountable for their words. The vice presidential debate occurred with the presidential race in a dead heat. Polls showed Harris and Walz with a slight national lead. This made the debate's potential impact even more significant. Vance's strong performance likely reassured Republican voters. It could potentially sway undecided voters. This is especially true in battleground states. His ability to articulate conservative policies was notable. He did so in a calm and measured manner. This may have broadened his appeal. He may have reached beyond the Republican base. While Walz's performance may not have significantly moved the needle, he effectively defended the administration's record. He highlighted key policy differences with his opponent. The debate served as a reminder of the importance of the vice presidency. This is particularly true in closely contested elections. Every electoral vote counts. Whether this debate will ultimately influence the outcome of the presidential race remains uncertain. However, it provided voters with a crucial opportunity. They could assess the candidate's temperament. They could evaluate their policy positions. Voters could see their ability to serve in a leadership role. The Vance-Walz vice presidential debate offered a study in contrasts. Vance, the polished newcomer, sought to present a more moderate face of Trumpism. Walz, the experienced politician, aimed to energize the Democratic base. The debate, while civil, touched upon the nation's most divisive issues. It highlighted the stark ideological differences between the two parties. Ultimately, the debate's impact on the presidential race remains to be seen. Vance's performance may have solidified his standing among Republican voters. Walz likely reassured Democrats, in a tightly contested election, every interaction matters, every speech matters, every debate can potentially sway undecided voters. As the nation moves closer to Election Day, the Vance-Walz debate serves as a reminder. Civic engagement is important. Informed voting is powerful. The future of the country hangs in the balance. It is up to the electorate to decide which vision for America resonates most strongly.